What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Planetbase, where we shoot meteors and do all kinds of interesting things that we never have any control of. So, in today's episode, GM crops appear to break very, very quickly. I think I found the balancing mechanism. They seem to break very, very rapidly by comparison to all the other crops. So for right now, what I'd like to do is just get a bunch of biologists today. That's the only part of this that I feel happy about. Our food supply is absolutely fantastic for the moment. So I don't think we're going to have too many problems right there. I'm going to go through and try and get this outfitted for right now. We got plenty of plastic, so I'm just going to go all in on some drink machines on this side. There we go. Can I fit a water fountain back there? Put a water fountain back there. Why not? Why not? And so on this side, we can't really do a whole lot with some of this. And also, it looks like my mouse clicker is being weird. There we go. So let's say that I put a TV right there. That's right. Opiates of the masses, ingest my propaganda. That's a song that I'm working on for my propaganda corps. I'm like, ingest my propaganda. How cool of a job. Aside from the ethical implications, how awesome would that job be, just like brainwashing people? Aside from the ethical implications, I said, in a non-moral universe, right? Where you would never get in trouble, and people don't know about ethics. Like, I don't know, I think writing propaganda would be super fun. I think it would be awesome. You'd be like, drink Coca-Cola. It's the best for you. It totally contains cocaine. Like, your job is just to convince people to do things that are against their best interest. I mean, it sounds like modern news networks, but sure, whatever. We'll go ahead and put that in right there. That looks good. I will probably put in some tablets, so I'm not going to mess with this ever again. And once the tablets are all nice and installed, maybe another agua fountain. That sounds good. And then also another television. Oh, there's an armed intruder? Well, that's unfortunate. Did the intruder... What? Oh, man. They shot at the same time. L.A. Forsberg has died due to combat wounds. We need to get a graveyard in this game, like a wall. Like, you know, one of my favorite things in XCOM Enemy Unknown is at the end of the game you would go back to, like, your little wall of honor or whatever it is with all the little guys that died, and it would have, like, the bagpipes, like, meh, meh, meh. That's my impression of a bagpipe. It's not very good. I don't work on it very often. But it would have, like, that sad music, and you would sit there and you'd just be like, I miss you so much, Skyhawk. I miss you so much, Colonel Sniper. Colonel Sniper, I miss you so much. The game's been so hard since you died. It's been so hard since that elite muton. He just came out of nowhere. I told him, I said, Jimmy, get down. Muton. And he didn't get down. He didn't get down. Next thing I know, half of his body is melting plasma. Like, well, shit. Colonel Sniper, why? I think we really, really, really need some more biologists. If there's one thing that I'm noticing here, it's that my biologists seem to be having trouble keeping up with all the work that they have down here. Lazy biologists. Always looking at fish, staring at plants. Instead of doing work, get up in there, get it done. We're getting some pretty considerable stacks, though, of, like, large things over here. Are you guys building constructor bots? I don't mean to be an asshole here, but if we could get some more carrier bots, that would be the shiznuckin'. Let's see here. I know there's a thing around here where I can look and see how many bots I have. I have 8 carrier bots, 7 driller bots. Prestige is only at 327. Welfare is a little bit iffy right now. But that's because I actually have a surplus at the moment, and I'm waiting on more people just to arrive. And so if I set this up, we should be good. I don't want to use the big spaceport because I'm worried things are going to get out of control too fast. But then again, we are pretty far into the game. So, I mean, if the series ended right here, I wouldn't, like, cry about it. I'd be like, well, we did, like, 50 episodes. What do you want from me? I'm like, 50 more? I'm like, oh. I guess that makes sense. So is this just like a better version of this shitty landing pad right here? So how fast are these filling up? Oh wow, those are filling up stupidity-doobity fast. Okay, so that's cool. It's probably a good idea to install like the power grid somewhere so that we don't have like these full cells just sitting around. However, these are getting kind of far away from base. No! CNT-14! He's been damaged irreversibly, or so I've heard. Apparently all of my carrier bots have decided to fall apart at the exact same moment. I actually think the life duration on robots is a little bit short in this game. I think they should probably like up by. It's a machine. Like we've got a thing that fixes it. I don't know. I feel like at a certain point I should get to stop worrying about robots. Like if they were actually well made, that's how you can tell they're not Honda robots. They're like Chrysler robots. Be breaking down 5 minutes after you buy them. Be like, oh look, the warranty only lasted 6 days. Well, that's kind of weird. Did I say 5 days? Shit, joke ruined. Joke ruined. I was gonna say the warranty only lasts 6 days, and then it's a week after. But anyways, goddamn Chryslers. You guys should be sleeping right now. Not drinking. Like, I get it. Sometimes you got time to do one thing. You're like, do I want to sleep or do I want to drink? I can't really decide. I'll probably do a personal dormitory over here, maybe. Since the big one won't fit in there anyways. Giggity. What can I do? Can I do it? No. Recommission that. Put it back up. Put it back up right now. Icky. Put it back up right now. It's a tavern, and I needs it. I got a big population, and I feeds it. Okay, so I need you right there. I'm basically going to try and line this part with living dorm things, so I got to worry about it. So the big ship just came in. Wow, that one's way cooler. It looks like a Hubsan drone. That's what it looks like. Makes me happy, because drones are fun. Drones are like one of those lighthearted things that I'm happy they were invented and they exist in life, except when they're like surveilling me and shit. So what was this? This over here was a canteen. Okay, so let's get this in motion here. So we got room for tables. Can I put in little tables next to this one? Or do you only have room for... Oh, that's inconvenient. Huh. That size... Oh, shit. We're out of power. Hold on. Apparently it was not windy. So if I put in food vendors here... Also, some water fountains. Because I plan on just, like, firing and forgetting this place as soon as possible. So I don't know if our storage was too low or what happened right there. Whoa! 5 colonists dead? Jesus, no, that was, like, the worst thing that could get hit. I don't know if you guys want to fix this anytime soon. But oxygen is sort of dwindling. There you go. These guys over here were Matt Damon for a minute. Trapped in space. Needing help. If we have the same power issue tonight, I'm going to keep an eye on it for the next little bit. But if I find that we're having trouble consistently with power, we're going to have to break off here for just a minute, make a whole bunch more storage units over here. We've got all the energy that we would need in order to make it happen. So, like, let's say I go with a couple more of these big guys. There we go. Water usage is looking reasonably okay. It's not, like, amazing, but it could be worse. I'll probably do another one over here, though, just in case. The water storage is going to last all of, like, 9 seconds. These things drain off really... In fact, I think they need a buff in order to make them more useful. They drain off really, really fast when the water goes out. To the point where they're useless, essentially. They should have some use. And they only forestall, like, a water shortage for, like, a second. We do go through water pretty quickly, but we are filling up all of our cells. It seems like we're really, really relying on the wind, though, and I wish that we weren't. Like, I really, truly, and deeply wish that we weren't relying on the wind so much as we are right now. Because when the wind breaks, it means that... Yep, that's right, I'm gonna make a fart joke right now, because why not? Only the best from Splattercat. Sometimes you gotta make a fart joke. Why are you guys such haters about fart jokes? Never understood this elitism that goes into fart jokes. Fart jokes are fart jokes because they're funny. They've been funny since, like, Shakespeare's time, and probably before. I'm always surprised that you never find, like, a picture of an Egyptian, like, on a hieroglyphic wall, like, farting on another Egyptian, and then, like, one of them laughing, because it just seems like an obvious thing to me. It's been funny since forever. There it is. I was gonna say, I know for a fact I can fit, like, 5 beds in here. Well, there it is. Ancient Sumerian tombs with farts on them. It's the hieroglyphic for fart. How long did it take to figure that one out, too? That means that some PhD guy, or more than likely, anyways, some intern or grad student, because one of the things you'll learn when you go on campus, once you go to a college, is that professors don't actually, like, do shit. Like, they complain all the time about how they don't get paid enough, but their interns and their grad students do, like, everything. And then they still complain like they actually contribute to the equation somehow, when they really don't. They kind of just put their name on the box and then ship it out. So hopefully these two help. I'm still going to add a few more just in case. What would be really awesome is if these get hit by meteors, they would have like a nuclear explosion. Like, it would do that thing that things, like when you watch like a Michael Bay movie and something's going high speed, but then it crashes, it does like that. It does like, I don't know what that noise is or why they make that noise when fast things roll over and like crash, but it's an awesome noise. And I feel like everything that explodes should make that noise. It would make me happier if it worked like that. I would enjoy living in a world where that was a thing that happened. Power storage remains critical for another week here at Splat Corp. We would like to remind all citizens that you should turn off your lights when you go to work, Steve. This has been your daily news report for Splat Corp. That's the problem, is all these guys leave the lights on everywhere they go. There it is. Oh, it's flipping around. They're coming online. Nothing better than a power grid in the morning. Oh, it looks like it swaps. That's why you've always got one that's like partially filled. So basically you've got one that's partially filled, and what ends up happening is when it swaps around from negative to positive net gain. Where is it filling energy from right now? I don't feel like that's going to be enough, but yeah, that looks like that's why you always have like one random generator that's not filled properly. So how many citizens do we have right now? Got a new medic, so that's good. That'll be nice. Somebody to cook up some more drugs for us. Make sure that our, it's not even international anymore, our interglobal drug cartel continues to expand at a manageable rate. I really hope these fill up today. That would be super swell. Those little guys fill up like instantly. Oh, look at that. I can connect them together. We can be friends. It's the circle of batteries. Throw them in the trash can, 'cause you have a Game Gear. I'm pretty sure the batteries stopped working entirely. I think there's a problem with the Game Gear where you put batteries inside of it, and instead of actually using the battery's electricity, it just instantly rendered them non-usable. Like, I don't know how that would happen from an electrician standpoint, but somebody should really disassemble a Game Gear at some point and be like, so this is why your Game Gear sucks ass and never worked the way you wanted it to. My cousin had one, and I was so ridiculously happy that I didn't have a Game Gear. And getting a kid to say that, who's like, you know, 10 years old, that he's glad he doesn't have a Game Gear, it's a difficult thing, but for realsies, the Game Gear was a giant piece of shit. What a terrible handheld. Batteries ran out like every 4 seconds, so technically it wasn't a handheld, it was just like a crappy console that you had to plug into the wall if you ever wanted to play it. All for Echo the Dolphin, too. It's all for Echo the Dolphin. I can't even name any other Game Gear games that were any good. All I can think of is Echo the Dolphin. That was the one that everybody had. See, so I'm having trouble realizing, like, why is the big spaceship better? Because it only brings, like, one guy, too. Like, I was thinking in my head when they said it was going to bring even more colonists, I was thinking in my head that they were saying it was going to bring, like, 50 colonists at a time. And I was like, oh my god, I can't keep up with this workload. I'm so stressed right now. And video games are supposed to be fun. And so anyways, it does not appear to be that much of an escalation, all things considered. All things considered. So we're doing pretty well on raw resources. Those are looking good. We've refined those out. My beard's gotten long enough at this point to where it's hitting my pop filter and it annoys me. It's a constant itchy feeling on my face as my beard rubs against the pop filter over and over and over again. Pop! I think, I mean, if I could fit an extra dorm over here, that'd work too. I'd be okay with it. Like if we took a personal dorm and somehow by... Oh, really? We can. Oh, I can do all kinds of fun stuff over here. Well, I may want to keep that open then, maybe? I can build one over here, too, off the security station? Well, damn, Jensen, do that. Get on it. It looks like it destroyed one of my things, though. I don't know what it destroyed, but it definitely destroyed a thing. We're all out of semiconductors, which is fairly standard for us. Seems to be a pretty recurring problem. Hopefully my robots decide to check in every now and again to get themselves repaired. Those remind me of the repair bays. They're like a miniature version of the repair bays in Command & Conquer Red Alert, where you put your vehicles on top of them and then it would infuse them with like that circular light, like zoom, 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 and they would just get better really slowly. That really, aside from getting the mine layers, that wasn't that useful of a structure. All things considered. What happened to you, Command & Conquer? What happened to you? Every now and again, I check back in on Command & Conquer, and I'm just like, oh my god. It's not the game that I remember at all. And, like, it's a shame, because they were really, like, the only competition that StarCraft had. And then, once EA bought out Westwood or whatever, it was like they just stopped giving a shit. They're just like, stamp out the next game, it'll be fine. Nobody will notice that this sucks and has no bloodshed or violence. That was the big thing that turned me off to Command & Conquer, when they took all the gore out. Like, I used to like how the little guys, when they got shot by a tank shell, they would fly through the air, and they would land on their head, and their head would fall off when they hit the ground. I don't know. I liked the little animations. They were charming. They made me happy. Still, wanton violence aside, I think Red Alert 2 was okay. I still missed the violence and bloodshed, though. That was kind of the fun part for me. I just enjoy it. Don't ask why. It's because I'm a sadist. It's because I'm a bad person. And then we'll go on this side. I'll probably do like a big dorm over here, maybe. And that's an end room, right? Yeah, that's an end room. So, if we're going to make proper use of it, I've got to make it curve like this way so I can still make use of that over there. And jump around a little bit. I do think another airlock over here would be cool, except that I'm just going to destroy it. The second I get done developing this area, I'm just going to destroy the airlock, and then we're going to go back to using that one, so I don't really see the point. Damn, our base is getting hella big. This thing is just like going on for days right now. Going on for days, son. We may need a little bit more wind power, possibly. I mean, our wind power doesn't really seem to be working around the clock anyway, so it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. But at some point, So we just like maxed out on storage everywhere? What is our supply looking like right now? Let's go. I'll let a trade ship come in, so that I can get rid of some of this excess food. Because I think we're getting a little bit out of control with food. Power storage is still looking iffy. So I think these 2 units right here are not going to be enough. Which means I'm going to go back through and build another one. And then maybe like 3 of them actually. Just see what I can mash out here. And then once those are done, we're not going to have the throughput. How are we feasibly out of oxygen? What? That can't be right. I got oxygen generators everywhere. Weird. How many civilian? Yeah, we only got 156. We should be good. I'm like almost positive that we should be fine on oxygen. So this guy came in. He's got a macrowares. He's a macrowares representative. I'm going to assume that means that you sell microwaves for right now because it makes my job easier. I'll probably sell each of these down to like, no, that's way too much. I'll probably sell each of these down to 60 just so we have a little bit of a buffer if things get out of control. Sell you a couple of those. What's your commission out of curiosity? 35%? Really? Well, give me the constructor bot patent then. And then actually I could use more semiconductors too, so just give me those. Wow, those are expensive. How much do those cost? 40? Jesus. Okay. Well, here, take some of these starches too. Definitely don't need that much starch. So take those. And if I could load up on semiconductors, that sounds super fab-tabulous. Go ahead and trade those real quick. Take a look at some of my stats here. Slow the game down for a minute, too, while I look. It's got biologists. We have 0 visitors. The visitors always turn out to be bad guys, though, so I'm not really sure what the function is of the visitors. Still. So are these actually getting any loving over here? We should just have a whole bunch of people carrying shit for like the next like day and a half. It should mostly just be people ferrying stuff around. As sprightly as possible. A couple more new guys right there. Gary Nicholson. It's going to take a while for us to transfer all this shit over here, but I think it'll be worth it long run. You'd think that we would actually build this indoors. Or at least make some part of this like a hangar. So that loading would not be such a giant hassle. I don't know. I'm just thinking about intelligent engineering here. Like ways we can do this a little bit better. Are these out of food for right now? No, those are looking great. Never mind then. If those are looking good, the beer dispensers are looking good too. I think we're producing more than enough minerals right now to take the edge off. Although, how many driller bots do I have? It may be time to swap things out. We got 7 driller bots, which means that some of them must be getting repaired. Oh, we're out of spares? Shit! Okay, so I need to fix that right now. How do I fix this? I fix this. Did I never build another spare manufacturing place? Oh man, that's all that we have? Okay. So, quick adaptation here. Let's go ahead. We'll make a big factory right there to sort of help out with everything. And then on this side, what did I build right here? I built a factory. Okay, so on this side, we'll build a refinery. Nope, not a medical lab. A processing plant that can go right there. Once those are up and running, we're just going to have to hope really, really hard that things don't break really, really fast here. Because we only got a couple of spares left, so we'll try and lean into this one the best that we can. But if things start breaking down and not working, I've got these prioritized. It looks like we got 2 spares just kind of waiting in escrow right there. I've always been slightly cynical of the priorities in this game, the quote-unquote priorities. Because I put priority on a building, and you would assume that that would mean that no matter what, as long as we've got workers, they'd be working here. But they seem to abandon the job for a lot of other things, even when you mark it as priority. Oh my god, we're selling so much stuff right now. Like, legitimately, we are selling a lot of stuff. Luckily, our power issues won't be a problem for a while, but we still have a lot of food to get rid of. Then again, these things over here are just like spitting out tomatoes all day long. I don't think I would ever get any work done if my tomato pads made that noise. I might just sit there and cry laughing for days and days and days. Like, this is the greatest job ever! I don't even like this job, but I love doing it every single day because, oh look, we've got a visitor. Assassinos! Don't do it! Don't be a hero, Roxanne L. Heath. How come nobody is stopping them from doing their dastardly deeds right now? Oh, look at that. My worker is fighting them. Please stop shooting my civilians. I would like it very much if you didn't. Damn it, Zilm Walsh. Damn it. Okay, well, we've lost a few more people. I probably shouldn't trade so much stuff to that ship right there. I may never do a big market trade like that like ever again. Seems like a bad plan and one that's going to negatively affect me. Something gotta take some spares and go fix some stuff. You have no choice in the matter. Just make this happen for me, please. I will be the happiest of campers. I always wonder why they never made an RV company called Happy Camper. It seems like, you know, the marketing would do itself right there. Oh, look at that. There's a maximum amount of moving things that you can see. They go invisible. Look at that right there. Until you get closer, they go, I think they pop in and out once they reach like a certain amount of people. I feel like we're going to have like that moment that we had when we played, what was the name of that game we played? Banished? We're going to have that critical moment where everybody just dies off due to the way that the game works. I just felt like in Banished, once you got to like 1,500 people, you like automatically lost. Like the game just collapsed because the systems weren't designed to hold that many people. I don't know if they fixed that at this point, but that's how it used to work back in the day. So in this factory right here, we're going to go in pretty heavily on spares. I mean, we may not even have the workers to make this happen. That's kind of odd that you can't put one on the corner right there. It seems to me like you would be able to. It's got to be the facing or something. Just make this one all spares. Just all spares all day long, because spares are actually pretty vital. If we run out of spares, we can't fix anything, and then we all die, and it will totally suck. I always thought that'd be a cool name for a spy novel, and then we all die. Like one of those trashy ones that's like in the aisle at the grocery store that like old maids like buy habitually and then just like consume in like one day. It's always got like a half-naked dude on the front of it. His wiener's almost showing. Anyways, I'll see y'all later. This is Planetbase. We are out of time for the day. I'm enjoying our base. It just keeps on growing. It keeps getting larger and larger and larger, and it's going to keep going this way until we get to the edge of the map, too. It's going to keep building things that we need. We ran out of spares. It says we've got 8 of them. Oh, those are semiconductors. Yeah, that's problematic. That is definitely problematic. I don't know if you guys want to, like, get on this. I've got it prioritized. There's not a whole lot more that I can do for you here. Trade ship, now I don't think is the time, trade ship. I'm going to need you to go ahead and bail. I desperately need you guys to, like, do the job that I have prioritized right here. Maybe I've got to redo it. We appear to be out of parts for a lot of things. If we find a trade ship with some spares, I think now would be the time. Whenever anybody says, and now would be the time, I think of the Star Wars movies, the prequels, where he's like, if you have warriors, now would be the time. Wasn't I trying to break off the episode right here? I think I was. I will see you all later. How you do, everybody? We're going to try and fix all this shit in just a little bit. Bye, everybody.